I've known Will Steger for more than 3 decades. First as a newsmaker, a great explorer, a magnificent Minnesotan. He is still all of those things, but he has become my friend. I'm on the advisory board of Climate Generation because of Will's knowledge and experience. Addressing climate change is the most critical issue facing the world. And Will has chosen to help solve this problem by reaching out to the next generation, our children. They've responded to his moral call to action. They are our hope. But Climate Generation, a Will Steger legacy, reaches all people who see the changes to our planet. And this mission could not be accomplished without some very wise and thoughtful people who help guide this work. I'd like you to meet them.
Hi, I'm Al Franken. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you this evening, but I want to congratulate you on your 10th anniversary. I also want to commend you all for the work that you do to educate and empower people to take action on climate change.
Climate Generation has something that almost no other organization, movement in America has today, including government and the private sector. It's called a leader.
Will Steger has a profile that exceeds the boundaries of Minnesota by many, many fold.
Will's been there. When he talks about the Arctic Circle and the fact that it's now water rather than a polar ice cap, he's been there. He's lived that.
Everybody loves to hear the story of a great explorer, but the great explorer can tell you how he's exploring something else, how he's exploring our environment change right in front of our eyes. And he knows why. It's because the climate's changing.
All great social movements have those stories that allow people to imagine something that's so big and frightening, but in a way that we can understand, and then that can propel us to move.
What I love is they empower young people to take the lead with this very forward-looking vision about the great things that can come from climate solutions. And so how do they deploy that in their own communities through policy advocacy? And they're incredibly articulate, well-informed, scientifically based, and also just, again, very clear about what solutions can mean for people and the planet.
Climate Generation plays a really unique role in advancing progress on climate change. The way that they engage young people and teachers to build climate literacy, the understanding of climate science, but also to engage them in working on solutions.
We're big supporters of the STEM fields. We think more kids, more educators really focused on these issues, understanding them and thinking that they're neat, they're actionable, they're things that get them excited about going to school or going out into the world.
I think it is the hands-on work with young people who we're going to rely on to help us solve this.
All the way from bearing witness, as Will Steger has, to the severe changes happening in the polar region, to the ways that they engage students today in looking at the changes that are taking place right in their own backyards. Those are very powerful teaching tools, and the work that they do to integrate that kind of teaching into curriculum materials, to engage teachers and students in what was happening with the Paris Agreement, all of that is really leadership caliber work that we're very, very pleased to support.
The young adults, our future leaders, they have every right to call both generations to act.
It's a burden that they carry too, because they know the reality, but they're also this idealism and this energy and this determination that they're going to get involved, they're going to make a difference.
They're developing an incredible capacity to analyze issues, articulate solutions. They're some of the best advocates I've ever seen because they're compelling with the story, but they also bring this, again, this forward-looking, engaging way of thinking about how everybody can benefit from a low-carbon future, and I think it's incredibly powerful.
How can I get involved? Well, I know you should get with Climate Generation. These folks are looking for help. They're looking for people who care, and you can connect with them, and they literally help save the planet or our ability to live on it.
Thank you for all of your support. We have much work to do, and the stakes are very high, but the community possesses the solutions. Now we want to recognize some very important people doing the hard work of changing the world. Here's the chair of the board of Climate Generation, a Will Steger legacy, Lee Curry.